Have a nice day. Today is Friday, 17th of November 2023. This day is celebrated as International Students' Day. The Nazi troopers established international students on November 17, 1939. Also, the famous personality Lala Lajpat Rai was prolific freedom fighter for India. His death anniversary on the same day, that is 17th of November, is celebrated as Martyrs' Day in India. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper, The Hindu states that Israel Hamas war 42 live updates, and Netanyahu admits Israel not successful in bid to minimize Gaza's civilian. Internet and telephone services collapsed across the Gaza Strip on Thursday for lack of fuel. Palestinians more their relatives killed in the Israeli bombardment of the Gaza Strip outside the hospital in Khan Yunis. The Hindu newspaper also states that India hopeful of the appeals process on 8 nationals in Qatar. Ministry of External Affairs. Earlier reports had suggested that the appeals process in the case had been cancelled by the Qatari authorities. However, Mr. Baghchi clarified the matter and said the process is on track. Spokesperson of the Ministry of External Affairs, Arindam Baghchi. The Hindu newspaper also states that Spain's Pedro Sanchez re-elected prime minister despite controversy over the immunity for separatists. Spain's acting socialist prime minister Pedro Sanchez has been chosen by a majority of legislators to form a new government in the parliament vote. Spain's acting prime minister Pedro Sanchez and some socialist deputies applaud after he was chosen by a majority of legislators to form a new government after a parliamentary vote at the Spanish parliament in Madrid, Spain on November 16, 2023. Going towards the Indian Express newspaper states that Cypriot president pledges a comment probe into the Cyprus confidential revelations. European lawmakers called it fake link in the bloc's financial system to respond to ICIJ's investigation, while sales of books by Kremlin-friendly German journalists have been halted. President Nikos Christodoulou pledged to launch a government probe in response to the investigation within a specified time frame. He added that the country's reputation was on the line. Indian Express also states that WFH or even highest pollution curbs in the place in Delhi, no measures on ground. The act that constituted the CAQM for the NCR was passed in 2021, while it takes decisions on imposing stages of crap in the NCR. The steps are to be implemented by the government. Delhi's air quality deteriorated further on Thursday. The air quality index was 440 at 10 p.m. Indian Express also states that India to host second Voice of Global South Summit today. The Ministry of External Affairs said that India has hosted the inaugural Voice of Global South Summit VOGSS on 12 to 13 January 2023 virtually. This unique initiative brought together 125 countries of the Global South to share their perspectives and priorities on a common platform. This unique initiative brought together 125 countries of the Global South in the share their perspectives and priorities on the common platform. Going to the Hindustan newspaper states that tension grips Haryana's new after stones pelleted at women going for puja. 3 injured. At least 3 women were injured after some unidentified children legally pelted stones at them from a madrasa on Thursday in Haryana's New. On Thursday, news agency PTI reported, citing the police officials. News Superintendent of Police Narendra Bijarnia, along with the huge police forces, reached the spot and dispersed the gathering. Hindustan Times also states that consider auditors as facilitators of a good governance, not critics. Press Murmu. President Draupadi Murmu at the third audit divas at Comptroller at Auditorial General headquarters in New Delhi on Thursday. New Delhi auditors should not be considered as critics but facilitators of good governance, President Draupadi Murmu said on Thursday, while adding that the entire team of the Comptroller and Auditor General CAG is expected to contribute as a controller and an examiner who is both a companion and a guide in the country's developmental journey. New Times also states that Sahara matter will continue even after Subrata Roy's death. SEBI chief chairperson Madhabi Puri Bach on Thursday said that the Sahara matter will continue for the capital markets regulator even after the death of the group's founder Subrata Roy. SEBI chairman Madhabi Puri Bach. Going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, as unsecured creditors rise sharply, Reserve Bank of India tightens norms on personal loans, credit cards. Indian banks have seen a sharp rise in unsecured loans, mostly personal loans and credit cards, that has outpaced the overall bank credit growth of about 15% over the past year, catching the Reserve Bank of India's attention. Markets rally for a second day on buying IT stocks. Softer than expected United States inflation data and easing bond yields have also brought optimism in the equity markets. Equity benchmark stock indices Sensex and Nifty closed higher for a second straight day on Thursday, following gains in IT technology and consumer durable shares amid a mixed trend in global equities. Among the indices, IT jumped to 2.59%. Tech, rail 2.13%, healthcare 0.9%, reality 0.98%, oil and gas 0.84%, telecommunication 0.68%, and consumer dictionary as 0.64%. SEBI board once again to consider new delisting norms trading reforms. Meanwhile, SEBI chairperson Madhabi Puri Bach Thursday said the Sahara matter will continue for the regulator even after the death of the group's founder Subrata Roy. Going towards the world news, including Biden removes sanctions from Chinese institute in push for fentanyl help. Bangladesh braces for cyclone tomorrow. Heavy rain is likely in the parts of Odisha, Bengal. Israel signals wider offensive in Gaza South, where hundreds of thousands have fled. British Foreign Secretary David Cameron meets Zelensky in the first overseas visit to the top UK diplomat. Look, he is a dictator, Joe Biden says hours after a productive meeting with the Xi Jinping. United States Senate passes stopgap funding bill to avert government shutdown. Going towards the science and technology, Microsoft Windows 10 just got a lot smarter with generative artificial intelligence power Copilot. Generative artificial intelligence power Copilot will soon be available for more than 1 billion PCs running on Windows 10. SpaceX gets license for a second launch of Starship rocket. SpaceX has received a crucial FAA license for the second launch of its Starship. The Elon Musk-led company now plans to launch the rocket tomorrow. The Federal Aviation Administration granted Elon Musk's SpaceX on Wednesday a license to launch its massive Starship launch vehicle for the second time after it exploded during a debut test flight in April. The full-stacked Starship launch vehicle at the company's Starship facility in Boca Chica, Texas. Part of Chandrayaan third launch vehicle makes uncontrolled re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere. Indian Space Research Organization. The re-entry of the rocket body took place within 124 days of its launch. It re-entered the Earth's atmosphere around 1442 Indian Standard Time on the Wednesday. At last, this is a famous quotation said by Lala Lajpat Rai. Birth anniversary 20 January 1865 and death anniversary today is 17 November 1928. Was an Indian revolutionary, politician and author, generally known as Lala Lajpat Rai. He was popularly known as Punjab Kesari and also a Punjab the Sher, which literally means the Lion of the Punjab. He was one of the three members of the Lal Bal Paul trio. He died of severe head trauma injuries sustained 18 days earlier during a baton charge by police in Lahore when he had led a peaceful protest march against all British Simon Commission Indian constitutional reforms. Lala Lajpat Rai says a famous quotation. He says that we must have complete faith in ourselves. We can be successful only if we believe in our efforts. Nations are made by themselves. Okay, thank you.